And we are live. Welcome to the Polling Pulse. And I am your host, Anayo Jennings. You gonna say your name, Jay?
Oh,
No?
well, I'm Jay.
And today we're going to talk about the up and coming election and our viewpoints on the candidates. I want to let you go first, Jay. You can take your pick. You want Trump to bump or Miss Harris?
Man, phew. Tell you the truth, I mean, to be real, I might not vote at all. Just to be real, I mean, because I mean, it's like what is it, the lesser of two evils, and I just feel like
Hmm.
it's the lesser is not even there.
Yeah, it's not.
I mean, I'll just be real. I mean, just to be
I've.
honest, because I don't
I,
vote. Basically, I don't know anything about her, so
hmm
I can't see giving my vote to somebody I don't even know nothing
What you
about. That's like
mean? She just spent the last 4 years as your
do,
VP.
doing what? Doing what? Washing dishes? 'Cause I ain't seen her.
Nobody seen her. She was lost.
That's what I'm
But
saying. I mean, look, I didn't even vote for Obama the first time
hmm
simply
see,
because I didn't know who he was.
and what he's staying for. The
Didn't know
saddest
nothing
thing
about
about
him.
it.
I didn't know nothing about him. I ended up vote. I was trying to vote for who was I trying to vote for? I was trying to vote for Al Gore.
Oh, or what's his name? Bernie Sanders.
No,
Bernie Sanders.
I was with Al Gore when Obama went the first time. I wanted Al
Yeah,
Gore to get the Democratic nomination, but he didn't get it. I
man.
think some people whispered in his ear and told him to sit down because you ain't seen him since.
Right. They was like, nah, nah.
No,
Listen,
you sit on down. You about too much about the environment and all the other stuff. So,
but that's
but
what you should be about. That's what
yeah,
people
but
should vote
that's
for.
but environment don't make money.
It don't make money for them,
Yeah,
and the environment
exactly. Yeah,
makes money
exactly.
for people like us. But
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
we should
But they
vote
don't.
for.
That's the same way they taking seeds out of fruit, for you can't grow nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but
This
yeah, but getting
this
back to her, I just don't know anything about her to give her my vote.
hmm
And Trump, I don't trust. So
this guy. Hey, whoa! He took a bullet wound for everybody. And he held a fist for the black
man,
people.
he got hit by a skittle. What you talking about, man? Have you seen the ear? Have you seen the ear
Yeah,
yet?
see that.
Have they
See,
showed a picture of the ear?
to people that that is not gun savvy, right?
Exactly, because
All
we've been in the
different
hood.
guns make a particular sound, and
Exactly, we've been through the
you
hood.
when you have an air compression gun, it makes a particular sound. So people
Exactly.
that's gun savvy was like, yo, okay,
No,
that was either a pellet gun or a BB gun. You
I
know,
mean simply
the
because
set
the fact that we know bullets make wounds. They don't make
exactly.
scrapes.
Mhm. Now, even if he got scraped by the bullet,
It will at
but
least be a burn, and part of that flesh will be gone.
true, but we would somebody whoever is in the back would have got hit or the bullet would have got lodged
Man,
inside the bench. Something. The bullets don't disappear or evaporate.
man, he got. I guess he got shot with an ice bullet. It warmed up on the way. I mean,
I just I'm seeing that. I feel sad for the people. I feel sad for
seeing not
because
just seeing
they
that, believing that. I
no,
feel sad for the
it's
people.
not even believing it. The reason why I feel sad about it is these people think you're so dumb that they can do it. That's the sad thing.
But
And
the
then hold on, look, check this out. Then what's his name? Biden already knew he lost because of that, right? So what he thought was he said, his camp came up with the idea, listen, drop out. This is what we're going to do. We're going to have the first woman, not only woman, black woman, and I guarantee we got all the votes. And then now you hear, I'm with her. I'm with her. You see that all over your social media. But if you're with her, please tell me where she was the last 4 years. Because I didn't see her not once. I seen Michelle Obama more than I seen her. And that's sad. Michelle Obama wasn't vice president. Michelle Obama was married to a president. Why do I see
so
Michelle Obama more than
do
I
you
seen her?
do you see her getting the votes?
I see her getting the votes from black women. I do.
Well,
And simply because she's a
that's a
black woman.
given. That's a given if it's a Democratic. I mean, that's just a given if it's a Democratic vote.
The saddest thing about it is, and it pissed me off. It really did piss me off. It grinded my gears like what's his name, Family Guy dude say. You didn't see this woman in 4 years, not one time on nothing.
Nope.
And in 24 hours, I seen a post that she raised $230 million. I said, if y'all could do that for a person that ain't gonna do shit for you, that just because she's black, you're gonna vote for her, why the hell can't you raise that same money for everybody as a collective to win? You see what I mean? You
The
you
same
raise that
reason
money.
why the same reason why you can't give out money because you say there's no money in America to give, and you can send the Jews over in Palestine $20 billion, and you can send the people over in this fight in Russia $20 billion, but then
Right.
tell us we got
But that's the government. The government is like a well-oiled machine. It was
nothing. I
never
mean, hey,
intended for us,
if
right?
it don't make dollars,
But
it don't make sense in America
true.
because
But the
giving us
thing
money
is
is not going to make them money like that.
true. But this
Maybe
is
liquor companies.
true. But this is us. The $23 million came from us. And why can't we do that for ourselves to get from under the government, to get from and build our own?
We
That's the
could.
problem.
It could if they could not give it to black folks.
Yeah, that's true. That,
Now,
that,
if it was
that,
about giving it to anybody else, because look at the immigrants coming in, they found
that's
money
true.
for them.
That's true. But I also seen on a Netflix documentary, it was no black folks there. There was all white people. And the government wiped all of them out and said that they was a terrorist. And they was peaceful. They try to build their own community, but that's what people do. Like, the government do to stop you from
Almost
living under
definitely.
their
If if
hmm
if they was to give us the money to start our own community, man, it'd probably last about 5 or 6 years because as soon as they start making real money, they will find a reason to invade it and get
Yep,
rid of it.
true.
They will find a reason. They will say where they're against the government or they're plotting. I mean, think about how they done the Black Panthers. They took 1,000 guys and said they trying to overthrow the government. How 1,000 black dudes with shotguns gonna overthrow the government when they got a whole military?
It's the perspective.
And scare people and convince
Mhm.
people that this could happen. Look at
and
them
that
black Supermans.
it's
They gonna
just
take.
like
They gonna take over.
but look, but it's just like they convince everybody every 3 years that the Mexicans coming to take your jobs, and then now I
Man,
hear black
look,
jobs. What the hell's a
man,
black
look.
job?
Mexicans.
You get what I
I
mean?
mean,
And
we
when
both live in the
they
South. We both live in the South, and
y'all
we understand the fact
listen,
that they do jobs that black folks don't
hmm
want to do. They literally do
true
jobs that black folks don't want to do. Because
as
I
a
ain't picking
whole,
on.
but
I'm not picking tobacco. I'm not picking
man,
oranges. I mean, ask the nearest black dude to come pick some tobacco or cotton. He, if I'm just being real
they
though.
said my ancestors did that, so they don't have to do that. They don't have to
Exactly.
go
So
through
I ain't doing that junk. But
that.
you bring the Mexicans in, what they say? How much you paying?
hmm
I do it.
But I look at it like this. It does everybody like to pull the race card for everything. And the saddest thing about it is I don't care what race you are. If you broke
Mm-hmm.
like me, guess what? They don't care about you either. They
It's
don't care
it's
about your
it's not a.
kids.
I've been saying I've taught my kids all along, and Kim could attest to this that I say America. People think America is about race. It's not about race. It's about
The
class.
money.
It's
No, it's about
classism.
money.
I'm saying, but that's
Mm-mm.
all deal with class. Because if
Mm-hmm.
you're rich, we take care of you.
Mm-hmm.
If you're poor, we don't care about you. So
True.
that's just the different classes: the rich class, the poor class. And what they want to do is get rid of the middle class because they want to just rich, poor.
Right.
Period. Because if we got rich, poor, the rich will always stay rich and the poor always stay poor. But if you have middle class people could sneak up into the rich. We don't want that. We want them to go down, not up. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, because the more people you got broke, the more companies you have. Because they look at the fact that that's why they got rid of stuff in school, like creative arts and
Mm-hmm.
all these things, because they
The
don't want you to have
trades.
they don't want you to
Yeah.
have the knowledge of being able to start your own business. I want you to learn to work for me.
Mm. But imagine how many people that fall for it. Like every election year is the same thing on repeat.
Come
I
on,
never
man.
met a president today,
Come on,
today
man.
that actually done anything for the people. I never met a council person that
No,
do
we
things for the people.
we
You
had two presidents in history that tried to do something for
and they
people.
got killed.
They both got shot in the
Yeah.
head.
So so it and
Literally.
the saddest thing about it is we as as a collective don't understand the time to say, yo, it's the time to wake up and not to fight against it, but to build our own, stand with each other. And but the problem is they keep convincing you, hey, you like this life, why would you move and push back retirement to 73 years old? Who the fuck want to work that late? I don't want to work 60. Why would I want to do
I mean,
73?
America has been brutalized so often, especially people of color been beat up so often that if we was to put together, the only thing you had to do is threaten three and everybody else will run.
That's true. That's
You know
true.
what
You
I
you can't.
mean?
The
Because
sad thing
people don't
about it is,
understand the power is
hmm
in the people. Power is in the
yeah,
people.
hmm
This to be true. The power is in the people. If you get people to pull together and think like minded, it's
hmm
nothing the government can actually do.
nope.
I mean, what can they do? And just we have an understanding of the fact that see that's where we go back, we wind back. That's where the race thing come in hand.
Right.
We
Divide and
use race
conquer.
to divide.
hmm
We don't want you thinking about pulling together. We want you to think, hey, don't like that white guy. Is that white guy gonna get you? Or don't like that black guy. Is that black guy's out to kill you?
While they
And long as we
eating
can,
and we fighting.
and long look, my mother used to. I tell my kids this all the time too. My mother used to always say, the trick of the government is to ask you to watch this right hand while the left hand smack the shit out you.
And blame it on the right hand.
That's exactly what
He
they do.
said
Hey,
what,
look over here, and just smack you the other hand.
and it's not even physics. So the saddest thing about it is, it's not what they're doing. The saddest thing about it is we keep falling for it as a
Oh
collective,
my goodness, dude,
and
we
then
go
we
and
fighting
look,
each other.
and we're the thing is, you have so many people who don't want to wake up.
Hmm?
There's so many people in the world that don't. It's like I tell Kim all the time, you can't save everybody because some people don't want to be saved,
No, they would bring you down. It's just like stopping someone from drowning. You're trying to come save them from the front. They will
and they
always
push
tell
you
you,
down to get up.
right. They'll tell you go always
Oh
connect,
man, I mean, I
get a drowning person from behind because they would literally push you down for seconds of air and make both of y'all drown.
mm-hmm.
And that's what people do. Crab in the barrel. People would, you could be going broke. You can be not be able to pay your rent. And the moment I tell people, hey, why don't you get someone to rent out a room, or I like living by myself, but you can't afford it. You know what I mean? And they don't listen. They don't. I'm like, you got to understand what you can afford and not. So at the end of the day, the average American makes 20, but I would say between 17 to $22 an hour. You need at least $24 an hour just to barely, not even make it, just to be at the surface. If you make anything under $24 an hour, you are struggling. Period. And I'm like,
Depends on
why?
where you. It depends on where you live. You can make $30 an hour and struggle if you go west.
Oh, that's true. Most places.
I mean,
Hell, Miami.
I watched the show the other day. Me and Kim watched the show the other day where this lady was at. She worked for a tech company. And she made what she made $230,000, and she lived in her car.
Hmm.
$230,000 a year.
That means she got bad money management.
No, what it is, she said, what it is over there is that apartments in California are now going for like 4,500.
Yeah, that's
So just
crazy.
think of 4,500 a month for a year.
And that means, but to me, I always say when people have those type of stories, I always tell you, well, you like losing. And the reason why you like losing is because you don't know how to compromise. If I got to pay $4,500 a month or more than that, I am going to get with some people I can shack up with, and we're going to share this. But some people just I want my own. They would rather choose to live in their car than rather live with people.
Well,
And
that's nowadays that's a that's a little flex now too. People these van life and RV life, and so they
Man,
work a job
RV
being
is
close to.
cool. RV is better
Yeah,
than living in a van though, cause there ain't no shower in the van.
man,
There's a shower in the RV.
I seen people live in Subarus.
That's yeah, that's a lot.
That's rough.
Yeah, that's a lot. I would.
And
I'm.
not to be funny, but I seen the guy he lived in this Subaru, and one of the first, I mean, being a man, the first thing came to my mind is how do he get some ass?
Backseat.
I mean, because
Backseat.
you bring a
Hey,
girl, we come at the my place.
nah. So those type people, they like to date women for a place to live, or those type of women would like
We
to
say
date a man. Yeah,
homosexual,
homosexuals. Yeah.
homosexual.
So, but
Well, look,
the thing about being a homosexual is like you can if because I ain't gonna lie, if that's all I got to give, I'm gonna give you some best dick ever. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm gonna still try to bring something to the table. I'm not gonna just bring dick.
might be a lot of homosexuals out here
Hey.
in a minute after this election.
He said, what they said, Project 25, take
Man,
everything
might be a
away.
lot of
You know what I
homosexuals out
mean?
here after this
Nah.
election. Shit, you're gonna need to be poly in order to live. You're gonna have like 3 wives and a couple extra husbands in there just
Man,
to live good.
I'm listen, I tell people like it is. You better get with it and see what's going on now. Like, because at the end of the day, the house market ain't going back down, gas ain't going back down, food ain't going back down, everything going up. They want to tell you that we'll give you a raise, but then raise everything else. I'm like, dude, that don't make any sense. You know, what was the point of the
Hey,
raise?
if they get Trump to get his way, I mean, you got. I mean, I just see with the election, like if you there's no win in it.
Nope. There's loss and loss.
There's
You
no
what
win in it.
lose? What L do you want to take? Do you
Which
want to take it by a black woman, or do you want to take it by
you
by
want
by
you
orange
want
man?
you want to take it to the head or to the ass? I mean, which one?
either or, it's gonna be an L. What one you
Yeah,
want?
either
This
way
is
it
all we
goes,
serving up.
you ain't gonna like it.
you you want it P Diddy style, or you want Meek Mills? What you want? You want to lay in the pool with your booty out? I'm just saying. Come on, I'll make you famous.
Yeah,
That's how it look.
yeah.
They the sad thing about it is you got people that never would have thought about it turning to OnlyFans just to make rent, not a mortgage, just to make rent. Going to OnlyFans, hell, they go to Instagram and Facebook, and I know that's my algorithm, but all I see is ass and titties on my thing. I'm like, yo, where all this coming from? You know what I'm saying? Do I click on it? Yes, I do. It's free. It's free porn. But then I'll be like, dude, you if you're gonna do that, invest in yourself. Invest in yourself to make me want to look at it rather than being like, ooh.
I know that's like on X or Twitter. I mean, ain't no there but porn now.
That it's just sad, man. It's like, dude, where's this world coming from? It makes me want to go back over to Korea because they banned all that, and that was cool over there. And I'm like, you come back over here, you be like sad. It's just getting sadder and sadder and sadder that people just giving up on themselves. People giving up, like people ain't actually living. People ain't leaving things behind for their kids. Man, they are comfortable instead of back in the day. I want to say the 80s and 70s and 60s. People took pride in buying land. Nowadays, people take pride in buying houses that they don't fully own, you know? And I'm like,
I
all
mean,
right,
this is America. You never truly own anything.
shit. Man, you can buy some land, you just got to know the
But
loopholes.
the thing is with land too, even with land though,
Mm-hmm.
there's such thing called intimate domain.
Yeah, but let me put dead body on it.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true.
Hey, you got to know the loopholes. You got to know the
Yeah, true,
loopholes
true.
from the government that they put out for them, and that's
Hmm.
how you reply
You
it.
don't have to bury somebody on it because they come into
Hey,
intimate domain, and
look,
it's
look,
all of a
you
sudden,
got family dying every day, B. I don't even care if it's my family or somebody else's family. I go to a funeral house and say, hey, you will have a free burial, free burial on me. Just bury him over there. That's it. It turned into a cemetery. You know,
that's
because
true.
at the end of the day, listen, you don't have to pay no property tax, none of that. It's a cemetery now. Now, cool. Go off in the corner. There you go, and I can invest the rest. All I'm just telling you is that people gotta look up. I just told a man the other day. He was talking about, oh yeah, EIN, man, that's like 250. I said it's free. A EIN is free. You get one per day. Any social security number that you use, you get one a day. And I was like, dude, you're paying because you have lacked the knowledge, and it's
True.
anything with life you're going to pay for because you lack the knowledge. And there's so many people that says, well, I didn't never learn it. Okay, you didn't try to teach yourself either, because I am a creature of knowledge. I try to learn as much as I can, especially where I'm trying to go to get to where I need to be. And if I can't get there, at least I can tell somebody how to get there. The saddest thing is to live 100 years and you done nothing with your life besides
Well,
working for someone else.
that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be, what's the old saying? Each one teach one.
True.
I mean, that's how it's supposed to be. I mean, and I think that's why we're in the state we are now, because people stop teaching.
People stop learning to teach.
Yeah, so the people just let people be. Well, I'm just gonna let
Yep.
them be.
Hell, now you got people that's trying to teach people, but they don't have common sense. The
Yeah,
shit
but
that they trying to teach people, you be like, what? Where
you
you get
even
this
have
shit
these
from?
some of these parents that just let the kids just do whatever. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I tell my sons all the time, you commit a crime, and I hear about you done committed a terrible crime. I'm driving you down there to the precinct myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
So
holding you,
holding
dude. It's
accountability.
got to be accountable for what you do. So be
Right.
careful what you do, because I ain't hiding you away. Well, I can get in trouble too.
Right. Some people might say, oh, that's fuck, man. Listen,
Man, what
that's
it
what's
is, what it
wrong with
is.
people.
I
You're
mean,
loyal
you don't
to
hold people accountable for nothing they do. I watched
exactly.
a program yesterday. They had on YouTube where they were showing this. I don't know what one of these reality shows. This girl hit this man in the head with an apple twice, close
Mm.
distance, hard as she can. Hit him in the head with two apples. He jumped up and grabbed her. The host came up to him and said, and told him to get away. Told her, asked her, does she want to press charges?
Yeah,
And
because she hit
nothing
him
she
first.
done warranted him grabbing her.
Hmm.
And do she want to call the police to press charges? And I looked at my wife and said, what about the accountability of her hitting him in the head twice with an apple
Right.
before he
And they
grabbed
could
her?
be considered as weapons. But that lets you know that the host was a woman, right?
No, a man.
It was a man. No, that's his
Yes.
problem. That's
Yeah,
his
I mean,
issue.
that's what I'm saying. But you don't even hold her accountable for what she done.
Mm-hmm. And that's some
Told her it's
people. They don't hold
okay.
other people accountable.
Nothing you done warranted that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
did you just see what she done
Let
first?
somebody throw an apple at him.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the state
And
we at
it's
right now,
sad.
man.
It goes back to saying this in the black community, the man's versus woman war, right? Guys, whatever, whatever. The whole thing is stupid, and the reason why it's stupid is because our women. We try to hold our women accountable. Our women hold us accountable, but it's just like us. We hold each other accountable as men. We would say, "Oh, we ain't fooling with that dude," or whatever, whatever, because he do this, that, and the third. With women is women could do something and then they always have an excuse for it. Why would she do that to you? You must have done something. And me and my smart ass mouth would be like, fuck you and her. I don't need to do this because nobody should be treated wrong. Period. Man or woman. Wrong is wrong, right is right. And the wrong with people that do, if you see us in our community, we all on negative, negative, negative. Whatever is negative, well, the first thing you say, "Ooh, I found a guy or I found a woman and she's like awesome, she treats me like this." They be like, "Oh, you better watch her." But you ain't never meet her before. We always lead with the negative and push with the negative, and then when you be like, yo, just think positive, man. It positive and positive will come. Some people
That's
don't.
that's that's like when a woman meets a new guy, and the first thing her friends ask her is, "What do we do? How much money
Exactly.
he make?"
Hmm.
Never once asked, "How do he treat you? Is he
Hmm.
nice?" No, you were worried about what he got,
What kind of car you
what
drive,
kind of
where you
car he
live.
drive, yeah, where he live, what he
If
do
that's
for a
what you
living.
want me for, I don't want it because all
And
that
he
stuff
never
gonna go
asked
old.
once, like, I mean, what if a person was to say, "Well, he's got a Mercedes Benz, he got a mansion, but he also beats the shit out of me though."
How bad he beat you? how bad? How bad is it worth it? How much did he pay
He
you
don't
rent?
punch you in the face, do he? It's all
Yeah.
body blows, right?
Hmm. It's the
Oh
same.
man.
It's the same thing as the election. You know,
Oh
people
my
always
goodness.
say, "Well, I would." You know, we should vote for this because they don't do such and such, like such and such. Be like, but they're a bad vote. Why would we vote for them?
Yeah, don't ask me
Literally,
to vote for you, but don't ask me to vote for you just because you considered black.
yeah.
I mean, because
I,
she ain't claimed to be black one time,
hell no, she ain't done nothing for her people at
but
all.
you ain't never heard her say she black. She tell last interview I seen of her, they asked her, well, was she African American? She said no.
Yeah, she a house nigga.
She said she was what, Indian and something else.
And you know it's
So it's just
listen,
here and there, man. I mean, but
listen.
sad to say though, but Trump gonna win this election.
Hey, it doesn't matter who win. Either way,
I
we
know
lose.
he gonna win. I mean, you got all these black folks now talking about, so they mega black mega and all. I mean,
You just call them LNs, lost Negroes,
I'm looking.
lost niggas.
In the near future, I'm gonna find me somewhere to go.
Hey, Asia is always fun. You want to know how these people do their election, right? They share the same street, right? You'll first see the blue come down. They got the little pickup truck, the little pickup truck, and they got signs and everything like that. And immediately behind them is the red, and they go and they got their pickup truck and they march in and whatever. Everybody's peaceful.
Mm.
That shit won't happen over here. Everybody want to argue, and you were arguing over people that don't give a spat about you. Don't care about your kids eating. Don't care about you eating. Don't care about your school system. Don't care about nothing. But they'll tell you, hey, we're going to fix this. I ain't never seen nothing fixed ever. Gas prices going high. Jobs
Man, just the
suck.
sad part
Jobs,
is that the
look,
only thing we gotta
hold
tell
on.
black folks,
Jobs tell you you should be happy to have a job. And we can add more work to you and don't have to pay you extra. You should stay extra. We doing that
man.
for you. That
Only thing
overtime
you
is
gotta
for you.
tell black folks is we gonna give you a check and they'll vote for you.
Man, you don't even have to tell them that. You can nowadays you can tell them you're gonna give them validation, give them a little bit of fame. They'll
To
vote for you.
give them the butter biscuit.
That's it. They don't even want money no more. They just want fame. Look at them. Everybody, oh, put me on TV, put me on a music video, or put me on something. Let somebody know who I am. Like, dude, if it ain't about the longevity, I don't want it. You know what I mean? I just tell people their integrity is non-existent anymore. Everybody don't have integrity to say right is right, wrong is wrong. It's more of what can you do for me?
Yeah, it's about social media made it about likes. Like I say,
Yeah,
validation.
there's no
Validate
substance.
me. Give me them likes.
Mm.
Give me the
Look,
blue check mark. Give me the blue check mark on my account.
look, I just want to ask. So, Miss Harris, even ever since Biden said he's going to endorse her, have you ever heard her speak about anything, say anything, address anybody? Is it did she ever say
I
thank you
don't
to
know nothing.
anybody?
I don't know nothing about the lady at all. I mean, this is truth. I don't know anything about her.
Yeah, you do. You said she Indian.
Yeah, that's about it. The Indian and Caribbean and something like that, right?
No, Caribbean is black.
I'm not saying, but she don't. But she claimed to be Indian, not black,
Oh,
not even black. She said she's Indian.
he said, "Hey, you got melanin. Where's that melanin coming from?" Oh, that's coming
Indian.
from, coming
She
from
said Indians are
what?
brown.
Ask her what tribe is she from? You
Curry
got to tell
chicken
her.
cry. The curry chicken tribe.
pull out some chicken and watermelon and see what she do.
She probably
I heard
run because
black
she don't
people
want to.
like chicken and watermelon. They probably gave her the test. Some watermelon, some chitlins, and see if she budge.
Yeah,
He
it's
said,
crazy.
"Yo, well, oh,
It's
oh,
crazy.
you want some red? What you call this Kool-Aid? This color red Kool-Aid? Hey, that's just Kool-Aid. You sure it ain't red juice?
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Pour,
Yeah,
pour
so
the black.
I couldn't tell you, man. I couldn't tell you.
The sad thing about it is,
I'm a loss for
we
words on this whole election.
it's every election though. Tell me one election that it was different. The last election was it different? No. The election before that was it different? No. It's always the same thing, just different candidates sometimes.
No, to tell you the truth, I can say I disagree on that because it seems to be getting worse.
It always been worse to me, but
I know it's. I
yeah,
mean, it's
I
getting
get it.
it's
I get
getting
it.
worse.
This the thing about
Now lately,
this,
we going down, down, down.
getting
Next, we
to a
gonna have a Wendy's worker running for president.
hell. I tried to run for president
I
last
mean, might as
year.
well.
Yeah, listen, I sat up there. I was like, "What? I gotta raise money? Oh, damn!" I was like, "All right, I want to run for president." Nobody took me serious. I'm like, "Yo, for real, I want to run for president. I didn't want to win, but I just wanted to see how far I could get." But I was like, "Yo, I gotta go through all this. I gotta get these signatures." I'm like, "Yo, you know what? 2028, I want to run for president and see what they do." You know what I mean?
Oof.
Just put me on the podium one time. One time. You know, let me talk for a little bit. Let me put all the truths out there and see what people. They probably gonna take me out of here.
Mm.
Give my will and testament.
Probably
Hey,
give too much of a chance to win.
I know, right? They be like, "You won? I ain't want to win this. Oh no!" You know what that monkey? Oh no, no! When you do too
Mm.
good at your job, I did not want to be seen. No, 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 no,
Mm.
no. But it's just the saddest thing about it is, and with closing is this: the saddest thing about it is we fall for everything that we know people that don't care about us say. And as a collective, and we don't do anything to try to make it better. We don't do anything for ourselves. We don't do anything so our children can have. We don't do anything for our elders to be able to relax comfortably. And we got to understand that we're going to be there one day and we're not going to be comfortable. So I just think that we need to just reset the system and to make it put it back into people's hands. What's your thought?
I believe the same way. I believe that we need to stop having senators. We don't need senators. I mean, because representatives gonna be a state was because we had to have somebody to send to Washington. We don't need people to go to Washington no more. I mean,
Mm,
this if you can have a whole doggone vote system for American Idol, why can't you do the same thing for our government?
right. And we could just do it on our
Everybody in
phones.
America should be able to vote right from your computer and just be able to touch, and they should be able to you should be able to verify it. They can verify you on Twitter.
Yeah.
Why can't you verify on me for a
Facebook too.
vote?
Mess up your account. Yep. I
Exactly.
had
So
to
why
just
can't
send
I
my
verify? Why
license.
can't you verify as me for a vote? And why
Hmm.
we can all vote for our what we want. We don't have to have old Joe Blow go to Washington and lie. We tell them everything we
But
want,
then
then they get there and say something different.
but then they can't change the vote. They can't,
Exactly. Exactly.
so
Because if
they
you see the
can't move
live
in there.
numbers as they click
Yeah.
online,
They ain't doing that. They're like, oh
the
no, we ain't gonna do that. We need it to keep. We need y'all Negroes to play like y'all vote count, and we just gonna put in there who we
man, we
feel
we
should
vote.
be in
I'm a strong believer in what we vote for don't really matter. What we
there. It
vote
doesn't.
for that shows who's popular.
Yep.
It's the popularity
Who's
vote.
hated or loved?
Yep. We gonna
Whoever's
pick who
getting
we
the
want to
most
pick. We
morale.
just want to see
It
what y'all think. It
it
don't
make
matter
me
what y'all
feel
think.
it made me feel like it's WWE. You know what I mean? It's whoever's the most popular heel or face. They the one going to win the match. You know, if you want to hate them, they just trying to make it pop. That's it. So if you're going to get a pop, look, Barack Obama, that was a pop, right? Trump when he won, that was a pop. You know, so it's just the pop. I'm really think that Home Chick is going to win the election because it's
You
going
think
to be
so?
about the pop. Yep,
You think so?
it's about the pop. Trust me.
Man,
They was the
it might
first
be about
woman
the
that.
pop, but it also she might get popped within the first few within the
No, she's
first
not,
year.
because she ain't for us. She ain't getting popped. She's safe.
True, that's true. She ain't for
She
us
is
at
not
all.
for us. She is not for
She's
the
not
people.
for us.
She's not for the Indians, whoever she claimed. She's not for anybody. I don't really care. I don't care about race. But if you're not for the people, I'm not for you. And that's the sad thing about it, is you're not for the people. And you want to go, and we put these people that's not for the people, and they show they're not for the people. These people show you, if you was dating a president or council member or whatever, would you put up with that crap? The answer would have been
No,
no. So why the
no,
hell
not
you
at
keep them
all.
in office? Why you vote for them? Why you keep voting for them? Why you keep doing this? If they was your partner, or and you seen them acting like that, you would not date them. You won't keep the relationship. So why the hell you keep voting for these type of people?
I
Is it?
mean, I vote during the count though. I vote during the count. Now that's the whole thing of it. It's who they want, who powers that be want, because corporations pick presidents.
Yep,
Because who gonna make us the money?
that's it.
Who gonna let us change the laws to what we want to make more money to give more in the bottom line?
You
That's who
got
we that's who we want.
this is how, like, the lack of brain cells Americans have.
Well, that's why they keep pushing
Oh,
legal marijuana. I mean,
hold on, hold
look,
on,
I like weed,
hold
but my
on.
thing
This
if I
is
keep
how
you docile,
yeah, this is how slow we've become. You have someone that he didn't even lie about he knowing how to do the job. He told you he don't, and he show it. Donald Trump become president. That's for one. For one, right? Then you have another Nimzo, this dude, Bill Gates, over your food. And he ain't over no food. What? Why he get to say so over your food? And you are saying nothing. There's no uproar. There's nothing. I Boston Tea Party. You learned it in school. They went ham over 2% tax. We are at 42% tax now, and not doing nothing. We got people over our food that's feeding us shit balls and for patties and shit that's made in the lab, and it's not real food. You get what I
well, look,
mean?
I mean, you gotta look, but that goes back when it comes to that all the way back to the Rothschilds on how the Rockefellers and how they with the school system and how an oil tycoon
Hmm.
changed how medical practices are practicing.
Right.
He changed the whole medical field, and he was an oil tycoon. He
Ah,
wasn't a
I
doctor.
yep.
I mean, he literally
But it's people
told them,
allowing
"I
them.
got all this
That's why it's
extra
called history.
petroleum. I got all this extra petroleum. I need something to do with it. Hey, let's make gel tablet pills, and let's give it to the people.
Yeah.
Let's stop letting people take
Yep.
herbs and we can take the herbs and make our own synthetic things and make more money. I mean, come on, think about it. Back when my mother was little, you didn't take medicine. They
Nope.
went in, they went in the back and got some herbs.
Hmm.
And they didn't get sick like we did. People say we get sick because this. We get sick because we let
We get
the government convince us that these things are good for us. You taking my mother. I remember when I was young. My mother took. I know we trying to end it, but my mother had at one time a bag of pills she used to carry around. A bag of different pills.
hmm
She met a holistic doctor
hmm
who got her eventually off every piece of medicine she was on. She went to the doctor, and the doctor told her, "You're doing so much better. I told you no medicines would work." She said, "I ain't took the medicines in 6 months." He
hmm
said, "What do you mean? You gonna get sick again?" "Well, you just told me I look better than I ever looked."
Exactly. A lot of people don't understand. I remember when I first got my doctorate, and I started going in the field. And the first thing you do is you go work for a clinic, right? So as a therapist, you're like, all right, cool. I want to do right by people, blah 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 blah. But then you understand the tricks of the trade, and you're like, yo, I don't want to be a part of this circus. when you're telling me, just like how cops officers have quotas to arrest people and to do tickets per month, right? Because anything with a quota is never good. As a therapist, I had a quota to how many times, to deliver out, oh, I want to prescribe you this pill. And most of the time it just be like, hey, I gotta ask you questions to keep notes on how I make you feel, because you're basically a lab rat. You're just not in the lab. How did that make you feel? Or you feel like you're getting better? Oh, it gave you diarrhea. Okay, let me write that down. Da, 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 da. This is how they get the answers and say this pill will help you lose weight, because that's how they get their answers. But it may cause diarrhea, blah 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 blah. You ever heard those commercials? That's
Man,
how it
what?
happens.
Come
Yeah,
on now. They give you a pill for one thing, but it causes 7 other things to
the
happen.
thing. Yeah. So why are you
It may
taking?
cause the eye to pop out, blood out the rectum. You
Yep,
know,
blood
don't worry
clots.
about it,
But hey, it get rid of
but you
your
will feel
headache.
better.
Yeah, like, dude, you got to understand why your body is reacting the way it is.
Anytime
Sometimes
you
it's your
got something
stress.
going on in your
Yeah,
body, it's
hell,
when
half
you're
of the
not feeling
times.
good in certain ways. This is always a signal to your body to tell you, "Hey, something's going wrong here."
Yep,
If your
and
stomach hurt a
most.
lot, you worry about your digestion.
Yep,
If you get aches and pains, you worry about inflammation. I mean, your body tells you what you need. Don't let somebody else to convince you to practice something different than what you could do it yourself.
the one thing that's in America and it would never go away. America is a business. If you look at it any type of
I
way
mean,
else,
that's what he's taught in college,
it's,
though, right? In college, what the professor
exactly.
always say: America is a corporation. It's not a
That's
country.
it. That's it.
It's a
It's not for
corporation.
the people are just the cattle. And once you understand that, look at it. They have one hand that feeds the other hand that feeds the other hand. They feed you bullshit food that put you in the hospital to feed the doctors in the hospitals that in turn feeds the funeral homes. You get what I mean? Like, dude, you
Hey, you
you
know
are
how it
worth
go.
more dead than you are alive, because your organs, this is why they try to push you to be an organ donor. It's funny how they sell your organs to get the money, but they don't give it to your family. They don't give not a percentage to your family. But yet you want to be an organ donor. An organ donor should be, if I'm giving my organs, a percentage of whatever they sell should go to my family, to my kids, to
I mean,
something.
that's just like when women have babies; they take the placenta,
Exactly. Well, women give it away because they told them it's not important.
and it's very important.
And it's very
They
exactly.
get
You're
so many
told.
things from that, man. So much come from that doggone placenta, man.
But
That
women
they don't even
told, listen,
understand.
ignorance. But ignorance. They told it's not important to get rid of it. And the women like, yeah, but it's important. They gotta understand what's important about their bodies and what they're doing. Because at the end of the
Especially
day,
black
like,
women, because that's what they want. They need that melanin.
yep.
They
And
need that melanin. That melanin is electrified. They need that
it
melanin.
you know, what you do if you want to keep people around and not knowing, what you do is you tell them it's just not important.
Look, I got
You
to
know.
before we get off. I got this
Uh-huh.
this something I heard that was very funny. This white lady was taking this medicine. She said, I'm stay sleepy all the time. I don't know why I'm so sleepy." She told her therapist, like, "Why I get so sleepy? I'm taking this medicine all the time. It's supposed to make me feel better. I'm not feeling better. I don't want to go stand in the sun, so I take this medicine to make me feel better, and it can help me out and give me some tan to my skin." She said,
Mm-hmm.
"What are you taking?" She said, "I'm taking melatonin." She said,
Melatonin.
she said, "No." She said, "That's a sleeping mask." She said, She said, "Are you thinking about melanin? They don't have melanin in the bottle." She thought she was taking melanin.
That's
She's
crazy.
taking melatonin.
Mm,
she
that is
said
crazy.
she's like, "My skin ain't changing. My skin's supposed to change."
Hell nah. Hey, but also married men. If your wives are taking melatonin and they keeping the booty away from you, just wait until they take that pill. 10 minutes. She
Oh,
ain't gonna feel a thing.
since you want to crack some bad ones at the end, I'm gonna say this one. I used to always say this. So this is my old. Before we get off, I'm gonna say my old dirty one right quick. I used to say, "Hey, you want to act funny? It's two things you can have: in you or on you.
You can have them both. You can take them both.
You choose it.
Oh man, that was a good one. He said, "So you want to crack a bad one?" Yo, that shit. Listen, that came up